is it protects stakers during market volatility. Then comes ARP, it is Auto Reinvest Protocol. It collects all fees from the user, from user actions actually, and routes them to the treasury. Then these funds fuel the buybacks, token burns, and it also kept to make the AIPF in a long-term sustainable. And yeah, it's kind of self-reinforcing system. Then comes the first one is SIG. It is Supply Integrity Guard. It acts as a safety layer because its main goal is to approve or deny minting requests from NAE. So it ensures that system never over-mints tokens. It protects against inflation, or there can be sudden attacks. It also protects from them. And there is the last one is ALP. It is AI Longevity Predictor. It's the, let's say, brain. So it is forecasting treasury health, and it also forecasts the reward sustainability. So it tells NAE how much to mint and when to maintain long-term sustainability. So, and the beauty of this, architecture is that there is separation of power. So no single contract can override the others, and each one has a focused mission, but together they create a fully autonomous financial organism. So, yeah, these days, most projects today, they either have single contract or they rely on centralized control. But very few attempt to do this sophisticated architecture, and even more fewer they do fully ownership renounced. Yeah.
Got that, Isom. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us piece by piece. And once again, that really helps to enlighten a lot of things for our audience. Now, Isom, as the ecosystem grows, right? Of course, community engagement becomes more important than ever. So let's talk about how the people are responding so far. So, Isom, I know that you can agree with me, right? Especially you really stick to the principle of decentralization. Community sentiment, it often reflects whether a project's message and execution are resonating, right? And I know that AIPF has seen increasing attention recently as well. And I know many are curious about how that is translating to the ground. So, Isom, all around your socials, we've seen strong interest in AIPF recently. So, how has the community response been so far for the project?
Oh, actually, the community response to AIPF has been incredible. It was beyond our initial expectations because we see the growth. It is organic, let's say. It's not hype-driven spikes. And people are coming because they see real architecture, real decentralization, and real innovation. And some key points here are that ecosystem actively is strong. So users actively staking, participating in governance, and interacting with the platform. Also, there is a high retention rates. So as we checked the statistics, early participants are staying and compounding their rewards, which shows the trust to the system. And also, the audience is sophisticated. We see more and more experienced DeFi users that are exploring our AI-driven mechanism, and also they are contributing ideas through the DAO system. So, and what excites me most is that this growth is sustainable. It's not about marketing noise or short-term trends. Yeah, it's a growing community that they understand the value of autonomous AI governance. They see that it is fully renounced contracts and the predictable reward mechanism. So this gives us confidence that AIPF is not an experiment. It's a long-term system that will continue evolving with the community support. Yeah. In short, the market is responding positively because the system works as promised, and transparency is the core of everything we do. Yeah.
Wow, that's really impressive, Isom. That's fantastic. And since you guys are really building this community trust really good, this is closely tied to transparency and decentralization as well, right? And that would bring us to one of the most important concerns that users have when entering any DeFi ecosystem. So, Isom, right? If we take a look around, decentralization is a term that is used widely in this space, in this market, but there are users out there who still worry about the hidden controls, the backdoors, or maybe even human intervention. This similar issues exist. So, Isom, since there are many projects out there claiming decentralization, there are so many users as well, along with this, who still worry about trust. So, Isom, how does AIPF address these issues?
Yeah. I can surprise you, but in AIPF, the trust is removed entirely. So, as you said, most projects claim decentralization, but often there is a still team, a CEO, or a multi-sig wallet that can override the system. And of course, it is a hidden centralization risk. But in AIPF, no one can control it, not me, not the core team. So all key contracts have their ownership renounced. Everything runs on chain. It is fully verifiable by anyone. So this means that even if I disappear, the protocol continues to operate exactly the same way. So the rewards distributed correctly and liquidity protected precisely. So every decision is governed by AI logic and on-chain rules. Also, every macro rule is defined and voted by DAO. So, here, the trust mechanism is no longer human. It's mathematical, autonomous, and transparent. Here with us, you don't need to trust a person. You verify the system on chain, and this is the highest level of trustlessness. And it what's that and it's what allow AIPF to scale confidently while keeping the ecosystem secure and predictable. Yeah.
Yeah, got that. That makes perfect sense, Isom. Thank you very much. And to be honest, this reassurance is very critical for long-term adoption. Thank you for that. Now let us look ahead and talk about what the future holds for this project. And I know that roadmaps and future plans, it would really help the community to understand where a project is heading to and how it intends to grow over time, right? So, Isom, what can the community expect next from AIPF?
So, it's a good question, by the way, because we already divided the future into a couple of, not couple, but 5 parts. And the future of AIPF is about building a fully autonomous, self-sustaining financial ecosystem. And there will be 5 points, let's say. First is DAO-based governance. The second comes borrowing and lending platform. It is powered by native stable liquidity. It will be liquidity backed. Then there will be treasury-driven real yield. Of course, we don't forget about advanced AI risk models. Yeah, and the last one for now is that there will be cross-network tools and multi-chain expansions. Let me briefly explain all of them. So DAO-based governance, it's community will vote on macro level decisions like fee structure, liquidity deployment, and risk thresholds. So then borrowing and lending, Here, users will be able to borrow or lend safely using our Aipf USD stablecoins. So all activity is fully collateralized, means it will be safe to us, like as a Aipf. So and fees will be routed to treasury rules, and it will provide external yield to strengthen the ecosystem. Regarding the treasury-driven real yield, here the fees collected from users and AI-optimized treasury strategies. They will be funding the sustainable buybacks, token burns, and it will provide the long-term liquidity growth. So it create real and predictable return on investment, let's say, for stakers. And for the advanced AI risk models, 3 protocols, ALP, SIG, and ALS, they will continuously monitor sustainability, price stability, and supply. So they will adapt to the market changes automatically, and it will minimize the systemic risk. And for the cross-network tools and multi-chain expansion, so we are preparing for the future integrations that allow Aipf to interact with other blockchain and DeFi ecosystems. It also, it increases the utility and opens doors to more real-world applications. And key point here is that we are not rushing the features. Each model has each model is designed to strengthen the sustainability. It reduces the dependency on new token emissions, and it increases the real economic activity.
That's wonderful, Isom. Thank you very much for that. Now that you've enlightened us on what's coming down the road, that would naturally bring us a bigger question. Not just about Aipf, right? Not just about your plans, but about the direction of this entire industry. Because Isom, as we know, AI is becoming more deeply embedded across many industries, right? But finance remains one of the most sensitive and impactful areas for this technology. So, Isom, do you believe AI-driven finance will become mainstream as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Because as I said, AI-driven finance is the future. And, traditional finance slow, manual, and centralized decisions take time, their errors happen, and inefficiencies accumulate. So AI changed that. So there will be it will change, and it will change everything in finance. So the liquidity management become instant, means the system react to supply and demand in real time. Also regarding the risk, so risk assessment is continuous and precise because AI predicts potential issues before they even happen. Also, capital optimization is automatic because treasury rewards and fees are balanced for maximum efficiency. Also, humans will focus on strategy, not execution, because AI handles the operational complexity. Of course, Aipf is already building the future today because we are demonstrating that AI-driven, fully decentralized ecosystem can be transparent, predictable, and resilient. And of course, soon this approach will become a standard. It's not exception. And anyone interacting with DeFi will, expect speed, automation, and trustlessness. So that's exactly what the Aipf delivers now.
Thank you, Isom. That perspective really gave everybody a lot to think about. So thank you for sharing insights in that. Now, Isom, to wrap things up, let's give you the floor for a final message to the community. So before we close today's session, it is always meaningful to hear a direct message to the people who are supporting the project now and those considering to join in the future as well after they hear about AIPF and this AMA. So, Isom, is there any final message you'd like to leave for current and future AIPF supporters?
Yeah, of course. So my final message is simple. AIPF is not designed for short-time excitement. It's designed for long-term stability, automation, and sustainability. From day one, our goal was to build a system that operates without human control. It protects stakers through the mathematics and AI. So it also remains the functional regardless of market conditions. It will continue to evolve without compromising decentralization. Yeah, everything in AIPF is built with transparency and trustlessness. As I said, ownership is fully renounced, logic is on-chain, anyone can verify it. AI will enforce the discipline, and no one, including me, will have the control over it. So, to everyone who is already the part of AIPF, thank you for your confidence and trust and support. And to those who are just discovering us, it's time to understand. It's time to take take your time and understand the architecture, the philosophy, and the long-term vision, because AIPF is being built carefully, responsibly, and with a clear purpose. And we are just now at the beginning of much larger journey. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being here today. And I look forward to see you again very soon. Yeah. Stay tuned and goodbye for now.
Thank you so much, Isom, for sharing that to us. And it's always valuable to hear a clear message straight from the team. And I believe that brings us to the end of today's Binance AMA with AIPF. So, first and foremost, thank you, Isom, for all of the insights you shared with us, for spending the time with us, of course, on a Sunday night. Thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot. And to everyone who tuned in, who joined this AMA, thank you, guys. We appreciate your energy, your participation, and of course, your curiosity being here tuning in on this AMA. So if you're interested in learning more, be sure to follow AIPF on their official channels and stay updated as the project continues to develop. So once again, everyone, we appreciate your time and we'll see you again in the next AMA. Bye-bye. Thank you, Isom. All the very best for AIPF. Thank you so much.